coming at you people from a different angle here. Do not stare at my loot the whole time. Do not stare at it. I know, it's fat. It's heavy. Can't get this liquid death open. Cheers. So I read this book, Atomic Habits, in high school, which I feel like everybody and their mother has read at this point. It's a kind of a buzz book, to be honest, and anybody that's even slightly looking for self-improvement, that's like the first book anybody ever reads. I feel like it's just such a popular book now. But I would go out on a limb and say that probably the biggest theme, overarching theme of the entire book is the rule of 1% better, right? And it talks about how every day just strive to get 1% better. And over a year, over 5 years, it'll play such a drastic just role in becoming the best version of yourself. It has such a profound effect in life of just getting 1% better, not to overlook that 1%. What about the days when you feel like you cannot even give that 1%? And today was one of those days that I had. I really just did not feel like doing anything. Now, what I kind of thought of throughout today was, let's think about building a house, right? When you're building a house, you put up the wall, you pour the foundation, you do this, right? And let's say one day it's shitty out and you don't feel like going and working on the house. What you don't do is go and destroy the house, or, say you got it all framed up. The day that you don't feel like going and doing any work on it, it's not like you show up and start cracking the foundation, or you knock over walls and fuck up the framing. But why do we do that with our lives? When we become productive and we're on a streak, but then we get hit with that inevitable day where you really just don't feel like doing anything. Why do we do things that negatively affect the process that set us back? And so today I woke up, immediately started snow blowing because it was really bad. This morning was snow. And I just really was overwhelmingly feeling like not doing shit. And what I used to do was just kind of then sit on my ass. I'd binge eat. I would just scroll on my phone for hours and really just, drag myself back. So it's like you're doing all these things. You're doing these days to get ahead. And then that inevitable day comes and you start doing things that are going to set you back. And why do we do that, right? So I thought today, I'm not going to put so much pressure on doing a bunch of things productive. Instead, I'm just going to focus on doing things that are destructive, or rather not doing things that are destructive. And I was actually pretty excited with myself that I thought about that. It's very obvious, but I thought of, okay, there's some non-negotiables here today that I have to get done, like this video, obviously. And I was struggling with what I wanted to even make a video on. And I knew I had to get some sort of reading in today. So pretty much that's all my day was laying in bed reading. But what I didn't do was, just sit and scroll my phone. I didn't binge eat. I didn't do things that would negatively impact my conscious, my thoughts, and my overall just health and wellness. I focused on doing nothing. If I didn't feel like doing anything, then I was going to sincerely do nothing. I wasn't going to do negative things, which I feel like we all do, right? It's like, man, I really don't feel like doing this today, so I'm going to do negative shit, which makes no sense at all, right? Why would you do that? And I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to wake up every day and, live the most optimal life. I wake up at 5:30 and I slam a glass of water and I take a dip in the ice bath, then I hit the gym, and then I come home, and it's like, that's doesn't happen every day. And obviously that's where discipline comes in. You need to have the discipline to make sure you're still taking care of these things, but we're human, right? And there's days that it's not going to happen. I don't care how strong-willed you are, or I guess I just must not be that strong-willed. You do not want to get out of bed. But now it is important that we do not continue to have those days. Make sure we're doing what it takes to continue to have productive days and not allow this to be a habit of these just melancholy days. And we need to focus on not doing things that will negatively affect us and make us go backwards. So, like with eating is a really easy example to talk about. People eat super clean for days and maybe even weeks, right? Well, let's not go that big of a scale. Let's go 3 days. People eat clean, really clean for 3 days, and something goes on. The car breaks down. They just have a really stressful day on that fourth day, and they decide to come home and, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna binge eat, and you're gonna set yourself back, right? You think to yourself, I don't want to eat clean. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna binge and I'm gonna set myself back. Instead, if you don't want to eat clean, right, you could think to yourself, you know what? I've been on such a strict diet the past 3 days. I have this momentum going. I really don't want to eat clean today, or I don't want to eat. With me, it's me personally. It's more of a portion control, right? I feel like I could just continue to eat. But say I don't want to eat healthy today. It's just been a terrible day. You come home and instead of just sitting down and smashing all the food in sight, come home and go, okay, I'm going to postpone my eating right now. Usually I eat now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to either lay in bed or I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to take a shower. I'm just going to take some time to settle down. And then I can decide like one unhealthy thing I want to eat, right? But then this is going to sound kind of unhealthy, but it's like, then if you're choosing that small unhealthy thing, then maybe just skip dinner that night. You'll survive and wait till breakfast the next day. So you're not doing a ton of damage. Like what I've been doing the past week is having like a really, really small pre-workout meal, whether it's a shake or I have like these little oatmeal things that are like 200 calories and a banana. And I've been saving myself for just a nice big meal at the end of the day, right? And I've been doing that for the past week. And today I woke up. I was hungry from immediately upon waking up, which I haven't felt that in the past couple of days, but I'm like, I'm not eating. I have the discipline to not eat. I'm going to wait till my meal at night. And then as the day went on, I got like 50 pages in more of my book, and I was like, man, I'm really fucking hungry. And usually I have my little pre-workout meal. But I made a little compromise with myself. I said if I hit a certain page number and clean the house, I could have a big bowl of fruit. And that's exactly what I did. Which that's not going to set me back all these fucking, I'm not being set back because of it. But I had a healthy bowl of fruit. I had like 3 little cuties in there, 2 handfuls of blueberries, 2 handfuls of strawberries, a banana, an apple. And that was able to like curb my appetite and I wasn't setting myself back. So I think that's a good frame of thought to have in life if you're focused on being as productive as you can and living the life you want and creating the life you want, being successful, being disciplined. I think we need to understand that it's okay to have these bad days, but these bad days cannot set us back, right? So like I said before, look at it like building a house. When you're building a house and there's a shitty day and you just don't feel like going, you don't go destroy the house. So why do we do that with our bodies? Why do we do that with our minds, our finances, whatever? You save up money for so long and then all of a sudden you get the itch to spend and then you just blow a ton of it. It's like, it's better to just, sometimes it's better to do nothing than to do something negative. If it's not going to be positive, I would rather people just lay in bed. I'd rather just lay in bed, don't go on your phone, and do literally nothing. If that's the feeling you're getting. If the feeling is, I don't want to do anything today, I don't want to do something productive, that's okay, as long as this isn't a reoccurring thing. But then genuinely do nothing and see how long doing nothing could go on until you're like, all right, I need to do something. And then, you get up, like today I clean the house. I was like, I'm sick of laying here doing fucking nothing. I'm like, if I'm not going to read, I'm doing nothing. And I got up and cleaned the house, which ended up being that's a productive thing, but it's not productive like in my brain, which is an unhealthy thing that I need to, figure out, that doing things for yourself is considered productive, but, or not things for yourself, rather. Now I'm kind of rambling, but I have that where it's like, there's certain things in life that I feel like are just non-negotiables and they don't feel productive to me, but like cleaning the house and going to the gym and that, those, when I do that, I could clean the house, I could clean my room, I could go to the gym. And if I didn't do like certain things like read, I don't even know how to, I don't really know how to quantify it. I could do the gym. I could do things that to the outside world look like, wow, he's really productive. But in my brain, I'm like, I didn't do shit today. I did the non-negotiables. Like, I feel like everybody should go to the gym. That shouldn't be like something that's like, oh, I did productive today, I went to the gym. It's like, no, you should just do that for yourself. I'm getting a phone call. I always get these phone calls in the middle of in the middle of our talks here, huh? So that's really all I wanted to get on here and talk about today was, if you don't feel like doing nothing, then do nothing. Don't do anything that's destructive and sets you back. Not every day is going to be a 10 out of 10, and not every day are you really going to be able to give that 1%. Although I think this is where what I was just talking about comes in. I technically, I guess, got 1% better today. Like I got 50 pages deeper into my book, and I didn't scroll my phone, but it's like reading to me isn't that, it's not a chore to me. I enjoy it. I enjoy a day that I get to sit in silence and read. And like cleaning the house, I guess that's 1% better. It's making my environment better and allowing me to be in the best position to succeed and keep a healthy mind and, keep my environment nice. But it's like, is that really 1% better? I guess it is. Now I'm just rambling. Now I'm going crazy. So I hope this helps somebody to understand that it is all right to feel like not doing anything. And some days the discipline is just not there. And I can't preface this enough. Do not make this a reoccurring thing. But once in a while, it's okay to have a day where you do nothing, but make sure you're doing nothing. And I strongly believe that feeling of wanting to do absolutely nothing will not stay around too long when you're doing literally nothing. You're going to get up and be like, all right, if I can't do anything negative, I might as well do something that might be positive. What can I muster up here? What can I maybe sweep my room, and then that starts a little snowball momentum effect, But it's just don't set yourself back. You guys know the drill. I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Stop staring at my fucking loot.